YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? I got a quick message for y'all. Whoever I'm tapping into, you stay ahead of your enemy. You stay 10 steps ahead. If you need a person with me, hit up Shamika Sun with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. All your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes, so very appreciated. Shout out Draco. I fuck with his style of readings, how he goes straight into a point, but I just felt guided with this one to go straight into it. But it's a lot more just, not wasting people's time. But somebody I'm tapping into got a lot steps ahead of the enemy. When I say a steps ahead of the enemy, it's a tower later on and later gratification to those that think they're ahead of you. Your auric field brings rainbows and sunshines into people's days, so people take your brightness, kindness. I'm getting SpongeBob, so as some type of naivety, Squidward's in the comparison, like that kind of like thinking like it defies him. But in the show, right, in SpongeBob, it's almost like he always wins, like his happiness. No matter what this nigga does or whatever Squidward does different, it's almost like he was still won because he was happy. There's something about this energy. People being kind of like threatened by that kind of energy. Short meal may be significant. With the Eight of Swords, you have people stuck in their head right now because they thought they were ahead of you. All the envy is proof of God's glory over your life. So you have people that I'm hearing indirectly attacked you out of envy, wanted you to be a butt of their joke. With the industry sacrifice confirming that, some of you may have had people try to really sacrifice your life. But I'm getting a lot of humiliation spells or try to set you up for failure so they can laugh at you. Look at the densities as opportunities to transmute and transcend. My co-creator Master Alchemy card. This is past energy for somebody that either took the rocks and built a fucking stone or built a tower with it. I don't know, not a tower, built a foundation with it. There's something about you overcoming that, and you mean it in, there's something, you overcoming a certain situation or getting past a certain situation and being meant to help other people through your mission or through your story. Take a resonate. So somebody's being guided to keep following their yellow brick road. That may be expression. That vulnerability is significant. Being vulnerable right now is maybe significant for somebody, for a few people. You were crowned and selected by your ancestors, so maybe letting off emotions. Six of Pentacles speaks to a charitable person and a giving person. Watch out for temptation, over giving to the wrong people. That energy may end off in karma. That's literally how I'm getting it. Like, you can take somebody else's karma, or you can take a piece of somebody's karma if you're not understanding or understanding. Especially if you do know what it is that somebody's quote-unquote karma would be. And when I say karma, if you know somebody's not doing this right or doing that, and you're still doing that with them, or in some way, shape, or form associated with what that is, you're gonna get a piece of that energy, right? If that makes sense. You're powerful. Whoever I'm speaking into, their core to you was blocking your blessing. Somebody saw these people from a mile away. It's exactly how I'm getting it. You saw them from a mile away. Maybe my title. The obsession over you is a compliment, not an insecurity to be ashamed of. You can feel when somebody has this intense stare at you. You know what I mean? And I'm speaking energetically, not even physically. I could be speaking to a lot of women, men too, but especially women. In this case, being energetically like kind of spied on, watched. But not discarding from men that this is happening to. With the Three of Swords energy, there's some type of Three of Swords that was supposed to be caused. With the Magician coming out, confirming like some type of, not backfire, of course backfire, but the backfire by way of somebody changing that. The Magician energy speaks to somebody in this situation kind of either, let's say somebody set you up for failure and you turn it into a success. So something like that, right? It's Magician energy. You turned and flipped it energetically. Immortal being in the flesh, this speaks to the spiritual, eternal aspects of ourselves. They are fake, cut it off. So these are surface level aspects of people that we need to cut off. Is exactly how I'm getting it. People want to destiny swap with you for surface level reasons. Exactly. Bad bitch energy, man or woman. So there could be just a powerful sensuality, femininity, attraction, magnetism to your feminine energy. Man or woman, face your fears and face the courageous results. Gang stalking. Man, I got a similar energy earlier, like in a confronting energy, but not in this case. With gang stalking, keep on, I'm getting this energy, somebody's giving them a show. And that's a good thing. When you keep giving them a show, put a death to their ego. When you keep just draining and sucking the life force out of them by way of not giving it no attention or life force of your own, There's something about that. It's going to outshine ancient royalty because that energy is going to accumulate itself to you. If I'm tapping into somebody that's tapped into energy, knows how to intake energy, even if you don't, you still going to pick up on it through this read, right? With ancient royalty, there's something about that. It's just pouring onto your greatness. It's just pouring onto your foundation. If you're not draining or putting yourself into draining situations, draining energy, or counteracting it or combating it when it's supposed to drain you or lessen you or sadden you or whatever, all it's going to do is purify that fire, that flame that I speak about. And you just got to know to keep your flame, right? So new experiences are opening up for you. So how are you keeping your flame? Whether that flame is me moving in this consistent direction, no matter how many people are trying to pull me in this direction, right? So me keeping my flame, I'm staying in love, light, and peace amidst things that want to bring me destruction and calamity, right? They hate you but love you at the same time. So I'm talking about we got to get rid of those polarities. That polarity is a natural polarity. You're going to be jealous of people. You're going to be this. You're going to be that. We all feel human emotions. You know what I'm saying? But when you got somebody that is hell-bent on keeping that held in hate on a secret level, that's not a good thing. You know what I mean? That will never help you succeed. That'll only deter you if you got somebody with hidden hate around you. It's only going to deter you. Unless you find your way to move around that in a spacious way. But if you expecting to keep on being hee hee ha ha with somebody that don't fuck with you, don't be surprised when things start, falling in your life, and that can be a spiritual sign. I've lived this myself. That could be a spiritual sign that nigga, I speak to myself this way, but man, woman, you need to get it together. Obviously, it's going to keep falling if you keep on going in this direction. And usually the sign from spirit is that collapsal, the damage, the towers, the collapsals is what I'm getting. And that happens from a signal like maybe you're not around the right person. Maybe you're not in the right environment. You know what I mean? Call your power back from those that cling to it. So I'm getting an energy of those, this energy of not having people with the best intentions around this person. But this person was very quiet. But a lot of people preyed on this quietness or preyed on this quietness. I'm getting a quiet vision in my spirit. Somebody that's very quiet. But this could manifest itself somebody not sharing their inward thoughts, somebody not sharing their desires. Somebody could be an extrovert, but not telling their real inward feelings. Take what resonates. But there's something about the fear of your power coming from when I'm hearing when what was expected of you did not happen. You're beautiful, very handsome, you're star energy. So when they try to collapse and destroy your foundation, your achievements, or if you're seeking out for an achievement, and I'm talking about like setting out for an achievement, setting out for a milestone, moving in a certain presided direction. There was a hope to end those things, and whoever I'm tapping into causes a tower. Use your third eye and intuition because they have a powerful intuition. And somebody I'm tapping into does not move upon, they don't move upon what they sense. They don't move upon some irrational download is what I'm saying. And when I say download, some irrational revelation, it doesn't push them. When they sit on information, they sit. It's Queen of Swords energy. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out. Nine of Pentacles. There's an efficiency in somebody's strength and integrity. When in terms of I'm getting this energy internalizing information and using it when it needs to be used. Success naturally follows you. Somebody has the means to structure themselves into success. With this type of mindset I'm kind of tapping into, with prying eyes around you, being able to outsmart those that wish disgusting things for you is a very big sign that you're ready for the next step, in the least, right? And usually, like I said in a previous read, I may have said it in this one. I don't think I said it in this one. It was a previous read. Those things are used as resistance points. Those things are used as molding, shaping points so that you don't have to even have that lesson again. You don't have to experience that again. And if you do, you're going to be fucking ready for it. That energy, that person, that place, that circumstance. You know what I'm saying? We have to go through those things. You got to be ready for what the fuck life is going to throw at you, right? Those that were once laughing at you are admirers of you now. So there's something about them not taking you serious or that's how I'm getting it. Not taking you serious or something like that. The lover's energy, and maybe a lover. Stay grounded at this time. There's a lot of energy at play. There's something about your wisdom that's being highlighted to this specific person that try to deceive you. This could be a lover situation. It could be somebody that's intimately connected to you or was. Take what resonates. With the Three of Pentacles, this speaks to a collaboration, or I'm getting called right now. So there's somebody who wants to get in my energy. Somebody wants to get in your energy. Three of Pentacles, somebody may want to collaborate with you. Three of Pentacles, this could be somebody that collaborated to stop you. A tall male may be significant. This is somebody that's realizing that it's a spiritual death trap going against you. Literally, that was a specified message. I usually don't take the tall and short as those in-moment confirmations, but that one was. Ground yourself in nature. There's something about you grounding yourself. You may have grown up like the prophet Joseph. So there's something like your intuition, your intuitive nudges come from a long-stemming relationship with love-hate. And when I say a long-stemming relationship, so Joseph grew up, for example, this doesn't, esoterically, this is going to analogize for somebody. It doesn't have to be. All right, so Joseph grew up, obviously, in a family that he grew up very gifted. He grew up born very gifted, born very anointed. But from the jump, Joseph was known, and he knew. Not only did he know, but he was sold out by his family members because of slavery. I mean, not slavery. He was sold out to slavery, which was a prisoner back then, because of his gifts and anointing. But he knew that there was some type of persecution over his life because of these things. Saying this to say, the royalty later on in that story, the actual royalty, the rulers, actually bestow upon Joseph later on, and they bestow upon Joseph later on and find the special character traits in him. Of course, they take him under, right? And ultimately, he rules the story at the end of the story, right? He ends up ruling. Ultimately, eventually. I'm speaking to somebody that, you can see through the persecution because you see where it comes from. You can see where people come at you. You can see where they're coming from. And it's something that you may not even be so consciously aware of. It's energy. It's usually sensitivity, right? The lover's energy. There's some type of love that you have for yourself or acceptance that you have for yourself to be able to see the depths in other people. You're underestimated and they all know it. You don't reveal all your cards. With judgment energy, you don't reveal all your cards at all until judgment's called. Look at the densities as opportunities to transmute and to transcend. I'm getting a very wise sage energy. Industry sacrifice. So you may have gained a lot of wisdom. You may have gone like shit. Joseph was sacrificed. By his own family. That's basically what I said, right? So you may have been sacrificed by your family in some way, shape, or form, or used as some type of energetic vessel. With temperance energy, I could be talking to a Sagittarius. Sagittarius also represents some type of spiritual enlightenment or wisdom, or a known to have a lot of spiritual wisdom. Also very free-spirited. Jealousy around you. There's something about your free-spirited nature. Your spirit triggers the shit out of others, redirecting your energy from draining situations soaked in negativity. Somebody sees through situations energetically because of the energy they feel. People's lies and smear campaigns are backfiring. So you may have had people come to certain conclusions. I could be talking to a Heyoka empath. Those are usually the most triggering people because they reflect geniusly back to people what they are or back to the society. You help so many people through your mission, or you will, with divine union and partnership. Somebody has a unified connection with their spirit team. You are very radiant. There's something about the way that you radiate, the way that your energy radiates. They can never stop the ordinance that God has placed over your life that has people wanting to vamp off of your energy. With the Eight of Pentacles, there's something about your energy that's like very passionate and very flowing, also very freeing to other people, like in the eyes of other people. I don't know what that means or how that really connotates itself, but it's freeing in the eyes of other people. So maybe people feel like you're very passionate. Like exploration is significant. Gossip behind the scenes. You're the hot topic. Maybe people talk about you a lot. With new levels, new devils. You've ascended past this or something like that. Energy vampires around you. You're right on track. So there's a need to watch out from those that kind of try to pull on your success. Literally, that's how I'm getting it. Some people you would deny. You wouldn't believe how many people like sit there and kind of like envy you to a certain extent to want to steal from you. Like, of course, you want to take something from somebody. You may want something from somebody. It's just a human emotion. We just say it how it is. But when you have that envy to personally want to do it on a conscious level, it's kind of something that's triggering you about a certain spirit. And I'm getting that energy with somebody dealing with that energy, whether it's family, friends. It's like funny. With the clear abilities, it's something that people want to just take from you or something like that. With the Seven of Pentacles, they see you as very diligent, which brings out this devil energy in them, which makes them want to be more diligent. That's exactly how I'm getting it. Somebody I'm tapping into outsmarts the hell out of people. And it's usually through the arrogance of other people that you can pull out and you can extract it out of them and kind of like pull it out of them. You know what I mean? You can kind of coerce it out of them. You can give somebody the kind of like the ideal of control by doing that. That's a feminine power. That's a feminine energy power. Man or woman with gang stalking energy, you know, being able to kind of suck that energy dry in terms of like pulling your energy completely back, you know what I mean, and not giving that shit no attention, like that shit will kill, like it will really kill somebody's ego. With generational wealth, there's something about people wanting to take your energy. What is the situation teaching you? You know what I mean? People being nice to you. I'm getting this theme of like people want to coerce you into being there, whatever. But they don't really fuck with you. You know what I mean? I'm just getting it like how I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? They really just want to be around you for what they can benefit off of you. Death spells don't work on you though. So this is people that proactively try to do spiritual work. And when you like count them hoes up, you know what I mean? Them ticks, when you count them hoes up and really do, you count like you just writing them down. You're not saying nothing. You just count the ticks, counting them. And people don't really recognize that. And it can be very intimidating when them ticks get brought back up on the report card sheet. You know what I'm saying? With the Page of Swords energy, it can put somebody in their head. You know what I'm saying? It really can put somebody in their head when they're like, and it can also confine someone. If they're strongly focusing this energy on one person and you're shifting, you're moving around, motherfuckers, you're that now revolving orbit around somebody that's stagnant watching the orbit, right? And that can be a triggering kind of dynamic for somebody with you're irreplaceable. Kind of like it can that solar system dynamic, like somebody being still in motion. You know, everything's supposed to circulate and move around each other, but if it's staying in motion and watching you circulate around it, it's kind of how I'm getting in the personification, which means you run in circles around niggas. That's kind of what this is with five of swords. And excuse my language, I use the N-word a lot, but I know a lot of y'all don't care. But just being honest, that's all it is. I'm just being honest. But Five of Swords energy, this is people that are want at all cost energy to either get info about you, be in your business, or get close to you. It's a need to have grace, especially when you have information that people don't know or you're not supposed to have, right? You're not supposed to know, right? You know it, but you don't know it, right? People are haunted by how they treated you. You're embarrassing all your enemies right now. So it's like a theme of, it's the most power you can have when somebody can't detect or connotate what it is that you hold in power or in information, because it turns into power. It doesn't really turn into like some blackmailing shit. Nah, it's just something that you know something about somebody that they don't want you to know, right? Because a lot of people don't know that same thing about somebody. Black magic is being thrown, which is why manipulation gets thrown in, coercion gets thrown in. I'm speaking to somebody that outsmarts the shit out of people, especially with images. Fake images are significant. There's something about that. With gossip behind the scenes, with people trying to uphold their images, teamed up to hijack what was divinely bestowed onto you to hold up their images. That's what I'm getting. Whoever I'm tapping into, this is backfiring very heavily, very humiliatingly, is what I'm getting. Because when somebody tries to be you better than you can be you, or tries to put you down while putting themselves up and they didn't do it right, and when I say didn't do it right, they didn't put you down, or they didn't dig that grave up enough. They didn't dig it up enough. They didn't dig it up deep enough because you got out. You know what I mean? Some type of trap. You know, they try to set you in. You know what I mean? Things like that, you get out. There's something that humiliates somebody's ego within on an inner destructive level, on a slow burning level, that it's a lot more damaging than some type of public embarrassment or some type of like, that's what I'm getting. Because it's an inward slow burn that they have to realize within themselves. And this energy I'm getting, it can be very, you know, there's a lot of protection around this energy. I'm not feeling the energies outside of it too much because I'm feeling a sense of protection. Whoever I'm tapping into, you got a lot of protection around you for these type of reasons. And this is why. I think that was my last one. If you need a personal with me, hit up Shamika-san with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. This is my second part. I had to re-record this second part because it cut off on me. But it is what it is. I'm finna go outside because I just got a few in already. I'm gonna go outside for a little bit, come back in, and do some personals. But it's your boy Justice, y'all. Peace out. Appreciate y'all.